Yo, 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 it's your girl Jay, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Pisces season 2022, baby. Hanging out in the depths. I wanted it to be dramatic. Pisces. They're the most complex sign, and this is the most complex season because they are the culmination of all the signs in one. And we kick off this season with kick off Pisces season with a Capricorn stellium. Oddly enough, that's going to be turning slowly into an Aquarius stellium, and then it's going to be becoming an Aquarius stellium. And so there are these like bouts of heavy concentration, I feel like, the next few months. But for this season, there's, and you Taurus specifically, with you being ruled by Venus, there's heavy union energy. Your ruling planet is going to be conjuncting with Mars in Capricorn, and then they hold hands into Aquarius together. They enter Aquarius at 0 degrees together. And same time, same day. And so, I'm not taking cards yet, so I'm not even gonna look at that. But there is something about the merging. There is something about the embodiment, regardless of how you identify, regardless of your genitalia. There is something about fine-tuning the way that you connect with and embody and express your feminine energy. Same way, there is an update in how you connect with, embody, and express your masculine energy. And doing that internal work is going to help you unify both of those energies, updating what you even consider what is feminine energy, what is masculine energy. Because the generation that we grow up in right now, that we're in right now, has us really glamorizing being in that masculine boss bitch, strong, independent, there's a lot of that. And that's awesome, but we need to be able to weave in between the femininity and the masculinity in a healthier way. And allowing that unification internally is going to help you manifest and materialize that unification externally by way of new friends, by way of deeper and more like updated connections that you currently have, but also like updated and new job opportunities, new like soul family coming in. And it's just this like something about higher. And that may be what I need to like name your video. Name your reading is like higher, because I feel like Taurus, after your retrograde, your standards are higher. Your hustle is higher. You want to get higher. You know what I mean? There is like a new foundation that's being established. And there's something about higher quality, being in like the upper higher echelon, reaching for things in the upper higher echelon. That retrograde, I feel like, is really helping you guys acquire some healthier emotional balance and emotional maturity. And these stelliums that we're having, this unification energy, I feel like is really going to help upgrade your life, upgrade the collective. And it being in Capricorn, that concentration of energy, there's this longevity, this long-term, what do you want your legacy to be? What do you want? What's going on with your reputation? Do you want to have a brand or rebranding? Excuse me, I'm about to say. Excuse me. Ooh, that felt good. So there's things coming out. But that unification with Mars, and you're not only just having a conjunction with Mars, you're having conjunction with Mars in Capricorn. Mars is exalted. in Capricorn. So you're getting Mars at its best. So I do feel like there is this attracting in optimization, attracting in people at their best, attracting in your desire to be at your best. Striving for more, aspiring, really thinking, being future focused and legacy minded. I do feel like that's attracting in partners who are also like on that level. There's something about higher. So I also feel like you may be attracting in other people with Taurus, Libra, Aries, or Scorpio placements. I feel like there are really like important lessons that need to be learned with people with those placements. But Pisces season, it's so deeply intuitive and mystical, and there's these updates coming to your belief system that are going to put you in a position where you're going to start to trust your intuition in a different way. So I'm not going in with deep astrological notes. I'm just giving you guys the highlights of the season so that you can feel your way through. On February 18th, Pisces gets the sun. And so there is going to be this highlight on your spirituality, this highlight on servitude, on sacrifice, on self-deprecation, self-sabotage, escapism, illusions, reality. What's real? What is of value? There's going to be a lot of that coming in and needing to be focused on. On March 2nd, there's the new moon in Pisces. So I feel like that is the time to manifest. That is the time of the season to start manifesting and planting seeds, launching new things, being really specific with the divine about what you want. In regards to feelings, spirit, your belief system, your mental health. Making goals in regards to the mental health, or making goals in regards to spirituality, allowing there to be some planting the seeds of the spiritual and the abstract about like how you want to structure it, or how you want to have more like ritualism or detail in there, because that stuff's gonna bloom or grow in the full moon in Virgo. So that Pisces Virgo axis is also about the abstract and the physical, the supernatural and in the divine, and the 3D, the physical plane. And so there are things about what do you want to bring down from what do you want to bring down into your physical day-to-day reality, Virgo, 6th house, day-to-day. How can you bring more magic to your day-to-day? And so that's a thing. I'll do a separate new moon and full moon video, but that just got like channeled for you guys. I actually need to write that down. Hold on. Okay. Glad I had a pen nearby. Anyway. On March 6th, Mars and Venus, your ruling planet, move into Aquarius. And let me tell you now, there are going to be shifts in the company you keep. There need to be shifts in the company you keep. You're needing to make room for new soul family to come in, and for you to have the time and energy to reach for and interact with people in higher places, friends in higher places, friends that have the skills that match up with stuff that you're trying to create or initiate or launch. I keep hearing heaven on earth. Like, it's time for us to start collectively creating heaven on earth. And there are people and we need each other in order to do that. So that could be something coming out of solitude, coming out of that masculine, I can do it by myself, I don't need anybody energy, into that nurturing, feminine, let's, collective, we can grow together. Let's, create this symbiotic energy and relationship. On March 9th, Mercury goes into Pisces. So there is this logic versus spirit thing that gets to happen, and I do feel like there's a healthy balance that's coming in there, an update to the way that we to the way that we balance logic and intuition, logic and spirit. And then on March 18th, we have the full moon in Virgo. And like I said, there's going to be that's a heavy harvest, it feels like. The full moon in Virgo, I feel like, is really going to bring in some stuff into our physical planes. And not really bring in, it's going to really help us release a lot of stuff that has been like creating blockages in our physical lives, so that it's like you got to prune, you know what I mean, the dead leaves, so that the new leaves can like come in and bloom, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of that. But this season is very much so about sacrifice, about compassion, about escape, prophecy. And the goal of Pisces season is for all of us to really get like Pisces and do that compassionate, deeply empathetic thing that they can do, where they see a little bit of themselves in everybody and everything. And just as much as that's a blessing, it can definitely be, you know, something that feels like a curse for them. But it's important that we strive to have that level of compassion and that unconditional love that they teach us and display every day, all the time. So I wanted to roll one with you, but I can't because I haven't figured out how to navigate shit. Anyway, so light it if you got it. Hydrate. Like, chill out, have a moment with me. Pisces season videos have already been long-winded, so who knows how long this is gonna be. But relax, take some time. As we are welcoming in the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages from our benevolent ancestors, from Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth. Welcome to receiving those messages from them in regards to and for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For Pisces season 2022. Ooh, that just felt. Taurus. Venus has so much that they want to give you, so much that they want to attract in. They just need you to start to understand what to say no to. It is very important that you start learning how to honor your intuition, how to honor that, whatever, you know, that feeling when you're just like, I've seen that shit before, I've felt that red flag before, and I know that no matter how cute you are, I want to say no to this because I gotta focus. 8 of Pentacles. I've gotta focus. And with you having exalted ass Mars conjunct with you and lighting you up for so long in Capricorn and Aquarius, there is this focus that's going to come in. And I do feel like you really are minding your business. It would benefit you to mind your business, put the blinders on. So the first thing out to be clarified on the Selenite throne, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, is how do you focus? What's going on with your perseverance? Can you make a plan and stick to it? Can you, I feel like your day-to-day routine is really important, especially with that full moon, the new moon and the full moon, specifically the full moon in Virgo. That day-to-day stuff is really important. I feel like you taking like baby steps, or you doing something and being consistent and sticking with it will very much so pay off. So just for an example, let's say that you want to start working out. If you start working out and give yourself a goal, you will absolutely be fucking moon, sunset, beach body ready, moon on the bottom of the deck. And I feel like it'll put you in a position where you're just going to be really, really proud of yourself. Moon on the bottom of the deck says things haven't been as they seem. And I do feel like instead of trying to like lean into the mystery and try to figure everything out, focus on what you know you can actually like do or take care of or handle. There may be stuff or requests or things or issues or drama going on with your mother or a maternal figure or someone with Pisces or Cancer placements. But I do feel like they may be wanting your focus, but it's important for you to keep a very clear list, even if you have to write shit down, of what you need to be focusing on and how you can like, I feel like lists and crossing things off is gonna be like really beneficial for you. There may be somebody else, I mean, you of course I feel like are going to be really important to you, but grounding is really important, staying really consistent, being diligent. Whatever it is you're wanting to study or build, it's important that you allow yourself to be consistent. I feel like your morning routine is really needing to be tweaked. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Venus. It's like your morning routine needs to be tweaked and improved so that you can have more stamina or last throughout the day. It's like you wouldn't need so much coffee if you would work out in the morning, or you wouldn't need so much coffee if you would go to bed at a reasonable hour and you know, wake up at a time where you're not just waking up to go to work. I feel like that's something that's coming up too. Make sure that you're not waking up to just go to work. Give yourself enough hours of sleep and give yourself enough time when you wake up, so that you can at least have like an hour or two to yourself before you start getting ready to go to work. And that's of course going to depend on everybody's lifestyle, and that's not for everybody, but I feel like find some way to strive or create that for yourself if you feel like that would be beneficial. There may be someone with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements that's going to be really impactful at the beginning of Pisces season, but I do feel like mind on your money, money on your mind. And it's time to really focus on whatever it is, whatever you're trying to develop, or whatever craft you're, feel like whatever craft you're trying to make, or whatever it is you're trying to study. If you look, he's like reading a book. And so I do feel like there is something about like, what are you needing to study? What do you need to perfect? What can you harness? Or, also, what do you need to write? What do you need to release? What do you need to say? All right. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Pisces season. Ace of Cups, Taurus. Nice. I feel like some of you find love at work, or you find love while you're working, or while you're somewhere studying for, or you know, studying for a job. Or 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Goodness. So business is picking up. I feel like your things are stabilizing, and grounding is going to be really important. I feel like this Ace of Cups, this love comes in when you're when you're not looking for it. When you're focused, when you're really like jazzed about your life and what you're doing and what you're creating, there becomes this, and for some of you this doesn't have to be a relationship, but I do feel like for some of you it is. It may be someone with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements, but it also may be someone that's very spiritual, someone that's very artistic, and this could be a friend or a lover, or a partner or someone to collaborate with. But I also feel like this is the divine handing you an influx of love, an influx of creativity, an influx of spirituality and interconnectedness. Like you having the desire, or you having the emotional energy to actually connect with people, to actually like go outside and be social, to express yourself and, you know, connect and experiment. I do feel like there is this all of a sudden kind of feeling. This is like when you're not looking for it. When you're looking at something else, there's this thing that comes in. So this is going to be a juicy plunge. Excited to clarify that. So what else is coming up for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Pisces season? The 7 of Cups. And for some of you, this love comes in 7 of Cups and then the Ace of Cups, so the 8 of Cups. So I feel like this new love comes in. It's something that like maybe you guys have been really asking for or wishing for, and it brings up a bunch of old stuff. Or you may be like, fuck, I don't know if I'm ready for this. Or if I know I'm 10 of Pentacles again on the bottom of the deck. Okay, wow. So yeah, for some of you, this feels like soul family is coming in. And someone that's has just as much going on as you do. Someone that is quirky. I just heard Nutty Professor. They may definitely have Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements. I do feel like there is this getting out of your comfort zone with each other, or the divine is bringing in opportunities for you to get out of your comfort zone. The divine bringing in opportunities for you to experience clarity, to reach for clarity, to reach for sobriety, to tend to all the things that have a hold on you, or all the connections that have some sort of like tie, or clearing out soul ties. For some of you, it's time to daydream. It's time to get more imaginative. It's time to get more, God, I shouldn't have it more light so you can see this better. It's not only time to get more imaginative. I feel like there is this, some of you, I feel like you've studied so much that you're really like becoming this jack of all trades. And I feel like the divine is wanting you to start reaching for mastery of more things rather than just acquiring more skills. It's like deepen your roots in things before you just reach for more. But I also feel like this love that's coming in, this connection that's coming in, this possible project that's coming in could really drudge up like, oh God, like, am I ready for this? Drudge up things from the past. It could scare you because you may have this like very well-oiled machine going on, this focus going on. It's like, finally I get focused and now this thing comes in and wants to derail me. But if it doesn't have to derail you, that's up to you. You get to determine if it derails you. And so 7 of Cups at the center of the reading feels like daydreaming, confusion, possibly like tending to addiction, or maybe there are people with addictive qualities around you. You're needing to really, I feel like, reprioritize, creating some sort of change in your emotional cycle. I feel like you're at that point, there's something that comes in where something I feel like new comes in, and you have the opportunity to like start the same emotional cycle, but it's like one click. It's like you're on the roller coaster, you know, those clicks where it's like click, 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 and you could just keep going down the same roller coaster, but I feel like you have the opportunity to like divinely like skirt and make yourself go and create a new cycle. You know what I mean? And so there is something about like getting to like the precipice where I'm like, am I going to respond? Am I going to have the same emotional response as I always do? Am I going to react the way that I always do? Am I going to choose to take a beat? Am I going to just like let my emotions rule, let my emotions take over? You know what I mean? I feel like there is something about leveling up or growing up in some sort of way, but also letting yourself dream. Letting yourself receive the things that you've been dreaming about. Because some of you have been really trying to manifest something amazing. And I feel like now you're at the point where the divine's just like, hey, remember we talked about this? And you've been saying that you wanted it. Like, you don't have to get lost, keep being lost in the manifestation portion. It's time for you to receive. And that's what Venus does. Venus is direct and Venus attracts. So, all right. Final 2 cards, final 2 messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. The 3 of Wands reversed. And so there is this desire, I feel like this nudge that you guys have been feeling about turning your back on spreading yourself so thin, or maybe dating so many people. That could be a thing. There could be a lot, like, you know, Venus is direct and there's a lot of like opportunity or a lot of people attracted to you, and you may be turning your back on like having, you know, having a roster, or you may be taking up getting a roster again. It's up to, I feel like either way, you're turning your back on an old way of doing something, an old way of courting, an old way of allowing yourself to receive love, to be loved. Some of you have been like in a place of waiting, and I feel like you're done waiting. Like the wait is over. Damn, what did I say I was going to name the video? All right, final card, final message. Thank you. The Ten of Cups reversed. And I actually like this because the Ace of Cups is coming in and really restoring things. It's interesting because it goes from the Ace to the 7 to the 10. So there is this progression. But the Ten of Cups reversed here, with the Three of Wands reversed here, is there may be some old dream that's dying, or an old concept that's dying. This old definition of success, this old definition of togetherness. You may be turning your back on that, the old desires that you've had, especially with Venus in that retrograde. Like, you're recovering from the things that did not work, or the things that don't add value, or the things that you thought you wanted. Nice. The fucking Emperor is on the bottom of the deck, and this is Mars. So Pisces season for you guys is all about like reestablishing who you are, getting comfortable in this new foundation, and creating a fucking empire for yourself. There may be somebody with Aries or Scorpio placements coming in, or someone that is like an entrepreneur or a boss or an authority in some sort of way. But I do feel like you may be like, oh, I said I was never going to date somebody like that again, or I said I wasn't going to, you know, do this or again. And this could be like, okay, you thought, but let me show you what's actually good for you. I just heard, if it feels good, do it. If it feels good, oh yeah. If it feels good, do it. If it feels good, do it. I do feel like some of you are trying new things. The stuff that felt good before, you know what that feels like. You know what those sensations are. I feel like you're getting new sensations. And so taking a look at this, now that I'm done shuffling, I feel like a new foundation, structure, and discipline is really important. First card out, Eight of Pentacles, and then the Emperor on the bottom of the deck. You will really build something new. You will create a new sense of stability for yourself if you allow yourself to really focus and get structured and disciplined, Taurus. Start the season with structure so that when the wave hits, Ace of Cups, Seven of Cups, you don't get blindsided. And when all these emotions and feelings come in, and all this creativity or connection to spirit, or you know, you get this kind of like boost of femininity, or boost of love, or whatever it is, it's going to manifest differently for all of you. But whenever it comes in, it doesn't throw you off. It doesn't like derail your life or knock you off your pivot, you know? I feel like you're in a position where you're really like creating stability for yourself. And it has a lot to, this newfound stability has a lot to with being done with the old ways. And the old ways, I feel like you put a lot of time and energy into things, and now you're no longer in that masculine, proactive, I gotta do it, I gotta make it happen. You're letting stuff come to you. The ships that you have set out to sea are starting to come back, and you've been practical about your passions. And I feel like some of you are getting to a point where you are now being, you're now learning what these new passions of yours even are. And so you're really creating, it's time for you to create a new routine, and it's time to create a new concept and definition of what is love, togetherness, that ultimate happiness, that big picture desire that you want. because the old picture and desire isn't working, and that those old people who were in those pictures in your head, that's not working either. And so I do feel like there is someone really structured coming in. They may be in the military. You may be in the military or have military experience. I feel like you're needing to make sure that the people that you pair with or the people that you collaborate with have the same idea of structure. You're really clear about everyone's roles, about everyone's responsibilities. You need to be honest with the divine about if you want someone really flowy or fluid or creative, or if you want someone really disciplined and structured, to work with, to love, to collaborate, to live with, whatever it is. It's time to get really disciplined and focus on what you want, because ultimately this season is going to have a lot to do with receptivity. Your ruling planet is direct, and she wants to attract, she wants to bring stuff in, and you need to know what is okay to say yes or no to. You need to know what is okay to say yes or okay to say no to. And there may be somebody with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements that is coming in just to test you, just to be like, hey, is this what you really wanted? Or like, how much energy are you going to put into this? Are you going to put everything into this, even though it's not what you know what I mean? It's like you're learning lessons. And so there may be people coming in that are tests, and there may be people coming in that I feel like are going to be like, yeah, this is it. That's it. Or, it could be something that really inspires you. Like, that's what I want my love to look like, or that's how I want to feel when I work, or this is how I want to make money, or this is how I want to impact the collective. This is how I want to be of service. Whatever it is for you, I feel like there is an update happening. And so you need to make sure that you take a look at, are you in a position? Do you have too many cups? Are you able to handle this cup that the divine's trying to give you? It's really time to pay attention to what you're holding on to so that you can release it in that full moon in Virgo. And then when you release it, it's like you're pouring water on those seeds. And the divine's like, oh, you pouring water on it? Got you. I'll pour some magic shit on there too. And we'll make this miracle grow. Hey! That's the video. That's the name of the reading. Miracle Grow. You do the work. You put in the work, you put in the effort, and you will co-create with the divine and make a miracle grow. I love you. You got this. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.